Okay, History of the Future Chart Part 6. I only have 2 years to cover here, just 2034 and what there was during 2035. Well, the number one songs in the album chart number ones for that year. I don't think anything special happened this year either. And, I think I pretty much knew that the chart was coming to an end. Call it premonition or whatever, but I wasn't playing my albums as well as I started out. I'll show you during the next year because most of my albums aren't even complete. That's about all I have to say for 2034. Other than Hold on Tight by Team Samurai was a song and put the album that was from. But it was an album called Bits and Bytes. Disaster Area was more or less April's idea from the Hitchhiker's Guide Through the Galaxy movie. They mention a group called Disaster Area that would play their music so loud it would shake up a planet or something like that. The album was called Party at Millie Ways, and the artist of the year being Next, It's Last Time. Again, I have nothing to say. Just that things were coming to an end. And now we're ready for the last future chart here. Now, after April's death, I was phasing out the countdown, but I wasn't sure if it would wrap up before the physical chart year ended. I have one song out there sticking around week after week, trying to get rid of it, but it wouldn't go anywhere. So, what I ended up doing was a little extra column over here. Really trying to squeeze it in before phasing out the future chart. I didn't want to have to make a new list just for 4 weeks. Same way with the album chart. You only have a few weeks for what would have been the next chart year. And it was hard, really, trying to phase out my future chart. Here's the weekly countdowns. Yes, it was business as usual. Pretty much keeping up, bringing in lineups, overflowing the 40, all the way through. 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages, and then April's death. The week of August 1st, 2035. So, more or less, I had to make notes somewhere, probably on the overlay, that I was phasing out my future chart. So I didn't even there. But pretty much, that was the beginning of the end of it. On page 4. And I brought in that last lineup 14. And then, let's see, that's page 5. Where's page 4? Well, this is page 4. But, maybe it was on my rough notes where I bracketed off. I don't think I kept any of those where I would break off the countdown. So I would have mental note that songs were climbing, songs were rebounding, etc. But pretty much, as we were coming down to week 47, we didn't have a top 40. We barely had a top 20. And I just kept narrowing down the chart from there until the week of November 14th, when Thug finally dropped out of the countdown. After 10 weeks on top, after it kind of sort of rebound, April managed to have #1 with Good Luck Charm, and then Thug hit #1 for 4 weeks before it finally got 2 tails and was out. So, Thug was the #1 song for Disaster Area. Misfits, Bits and Bytes were the #1 album. Oops, Team Samurai's Bits and Bytes #1 album. And Misfits had Song of the Year. Now, what I have planned to do for the sequel of this video is go through these and find random songs to make note of as if they just dropped out, or maybe I'll just take them from the lineup list, maybe a song for each year, and use my Dell computer, show you all, throwing these songs into the Dell computer file, and showing you all how my future chart programs worked. The artist, the album, the song, and the overall album chart. Oh yeah, that's something I didn't show you all. The overall album chart. Ta-da! Overall album chart 2003 through 2035. How many future chart albums were there? Among mine and her collection? 375. Because while going through it and playing these, I found one Greg R album I forgot to include. I might insert that while showing you all how the file works. But pretty much, as far as chosen songs go, they weren't best or worse. I just kind of randomly picked a few songs. And knowing Well, a couple of artists came close to beating LNH's Thought Box, but it managed to stay on top of this overall album countdown, even though it didn't make it to number one a handful of times on the weekly countdown, and never was an album of the year, never had a song of the year. I don't even know if LNH had artist of the year any of these times its album was out in 2015 through 2019. Hey, I got a little printout, I can look it up. I might even show you all these weekly countdown print. Well, how it looked on the screen, my demo page I had set up for it. Whoops. Let's see, 2015, number one artist, wrap it up. 2016, wrap it up. 2017, wrap it up. 2018, Rufus. 2019, Rufus, wrap it up and next. So, nope, LNH didn't have Arts of the Year during those times. But when I figured out the points, add them all together, 410. And, well, and one of the last things I did figure out, if, I'm lucky this never did come up while we were doing the future chart, but I thought, what would I do if there was a time in which we restarted the countdown, but all the songs rebounded, so I wouldn't have any dropouts the first week? What would I do with the album chart? The only thing I could think of is that the albums that had songs in the dropping category, like, if these songs the first weekend of the 2015 rebounded, all the songs that were rebounded, the source for the album would be mentioned on the album chart, but they would have 0 points, 0 releases, and I would go from there, I guess. But anyway, that's enough of the history of the future chart. The ultimate oxymoron parade. This little rough sheet is how I tried to line up the columns on my spreadsheet that I loaded them into. But like I said, it didn't exactly work out right. Not as smooth as I would like. It'd take too long to line up all those songs. And how many featured songs were there? From the start, only having 38 songs, to that last chart year, 4,918 future chart songs. At the time I did this, well, that's not a good list anyway. I'll have to retally that, definitely. I can't even use that as a rough guesstimate. It's not a complete count. On that, I only counted 91 songs. But really, how many songs each feature chart had during the chart years? I'll have to figure that out eventually. And if and when I do, I'll tell you all. But for now, this is Jay, Rufus, where you want to call me. Signing off. Expect the login program to be soon. I'm hoping these were recorded on Friday, by the way. Friday, January 29th. I'm hoping Saturday night I can do the dropout video. Sunday I'll be previewing these. And as I finish previewing the videos, I'll go ahead and load them to YouTube. It's hard to say how much of it I'll get done. Or I could wait until Tuesday, my next day off, to load them on to Facebook. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But that's about how I do these. I try to watch them for myself, and then I'll put them up on Facebook. In case if there is any audio difficulty, I can try to correct it. Okay, goodbye. I need to take a nap.